everyone, welcome back to the 60-second video series. Today we're going to be working with the RGB LED to create this cool LED pattern. This is the RGB LED. It comes in a clear color and it has 4 different pins. All right, so here's the wiring diagram. You can see that this is the RGB LED. Note that the longest pin belongs to the ground. So this would be the longest pin out of the RGB LED. And then the other three are connected to resistors connected to the red, green, and blue pins. Okay, so here we have our code. We have some initialization statements, making sure it's connected to pins 9, 10, and 11. We have some values. Keep in mind that the RGB value of a color, it controls the R, the G, and the B value, each ranging from 0 to 256. And the greater the value of that color, the more prominent it's going to be. So an LED color with a greater R value would be more red than, and an RGB value with a greater G value would appear more green. So we have, we want to initialize output for each of these 3 pins. And here's kind of our loop. So we basically want to say that if it's really red, we want to make sure it becomes less red. If it's really green, we want it to be less green. And if it's really blue, we want it to be more blue, and vice versa for all of these 3 statements. Because the red direction, if you can see, it can be +1 or -1. So that means we can either be adding values or taking away values. And for green value, same thing. So basically all we're doing is we're slowly decreasing these values if they're too high and increasing the values if they're too low. And we want to delay by 5 milliseconds.